Ever purchased a product and then a week later you realize there is almost a similar looking product on the market but cheaper? And then a week later you realize there is another product in the market that looks almost the same like the product that you bought, but everything inside is so different. Today we're going to take a look at the Logitech G Pro Series, where all three mices, I don't know what the plural is, but all three of them looks exactly the same, but inside of it they have very different internals. First, we're going to take a look at the original G Pro from Logitech. So this is the first G Pro mouse that they released, and inside the box you could tell that it is actually, they went for a really premium feel. So just a backstory, the G Pro series was actually released as an esports mouse for first-person shooters and the like. And a lot of them complained that the braided cable was pretty heavy for Twitch shooters and stuff like that. You can see that the cable is actually flying and flipping off like nobody's business. Nevertheless, it feels really solid. And next, we'll take a look at the current G Pro. It looks exactly the same. Identical. Nothing much difference. Shape and all that is still the same. As you can see, the major difference between this and this on the externals are the braided cable and a rubber cable. The rubber cable basically makes the movements a little bit more fluid. Mouse feels so much better and much lighter for first-person shooters. Right now you can see it's another version. This G102, if I were to compare it to the current G Pro, it looks the same. If you are really observant, the G Pro's wired cable, the cable is actually thinner than the G102. If I were to cover the top without looking at the cables, all of them look exactly the same. Now, as you can see, all of them are plugged in, and the same thing with the RGB options. All of them are set to the same color, no difference at all. Except maybe, I don't know if the camera can catch it, but this is slightly darker, probably due to the cheaper LEDs. The first G Pro started off at over $100. The second G Pro currently also retails at over $100, but you can actually get it for about $50 when it goes on discount. However, the G102, if you're really lucky, sometimes it goes for a 2-for-1 bargain deal. 2 mice for $25, which is about $12.50 a mouse like this. Now, you might be wondering what are the differences between all these 3 mice, even though they look the same. So, the original G Pro had the 3366 sensor inside the mouse. The updated one actually has Logitech's proprietary Hero sensor. This one goes up to 16,000 DPI, while the old one actually goes up to 12,000 DPI as well. But it's really irrelevant because nobody plays more than 8,000 DPI. Now, on the other hand, the G102 actually has a prototype mouse sensor of the 16,000 DPI Hero. That is why I think why this is so cheap. They were using this as a test bed for this one. And what this means is that even though it's so cheap, it actually functions almost similarly like this. If you use both of these, you can actually tell that this one performs very similarly to the $100 brother. So basically that is the main difference between these 3 mices. They actually all use pretty high quality switches, so I don't think there's any difference between that as well. Now, if you are looking to purchase any of these 3 mice and wondering which one you should get, I would say it really depends on your budget. This old G Pro is practically out of production because it's replaced by the Hero 16K. But if you can find it for cheap, by all means go ahead and buy this. But we are talking about the ones in the market right now. So the G Pro Hero or the G102. I actually really can't recommend this. It's one of those things because this is damn good already. I mean, for $12, then you buy this for $100, it's a bit like the f. Why are you so stupid? Oh, the f wants to buy this? Same price, the f. But if you really enjoy this mouse shape, let me give you my honest opinion. You can buy this for about $15. You can buy this at the lowest for about $45. They both perform similarly, so I don't see a reason why you shouldn't buy this for $15. Why waste another $30 when you can actually get it for so much cheaper? Unless you play at a DPI that's higher than 6,000, then maybe you have no choice but to go for this. But who plays first-person shooters on more than 6,000 DPI? So, it really depends on what your budget is, what you really want to use it for, and I would say it is actually very comfortable. It's a very, very comfortable mouse shape. I love this shape. That's why I have all three. So I hope I've given you enough information in this short time to help you make a decision to buy whichever mouse that you want to. Do look forward to more episodes like this. Hopefully we will be able to cover even better mice. Maybe the next one we will cover the G Pro Wireless versus the newly launched Razer Viper. Who knows? So till then, I'll see you and spend your money wisely.